following the unexpected resignation of 60 Minutes executive producer Bill Owens. The show's Sunday night broadcast concluded with a segment suggesting that President Donald Trump and his administration have exerted undue influence on the program. In a segment titled The Last Minute, correspondent Scott Pelley implied that Paramount Global, the parent company of 60 Minutes, had begun to resist some of their more critical segments, particularly those concerning the current administration. Paramount is in the midst of a significant merger with Skydance and requires regulatory approval from the Trump administration. Pelley stated, "For 57 years, we've pursued stories that are often controversial. Recently, the Israel-Gaza conflict and the Trump administration. Bill ensured they were accurate and fair. He was tough that way. But our parent company, Paramount, is trying to complete a merger. The Trump administration must approve it." He continued, "Paramount began to supervise our content in new ways. None of our stories has been blocked, but Bill felt he had lost the independence that honest journalism requires." In his resignation memo, which was obtained by multiple outlets on April 22, Owens claimed he had lost the ability to make independent decisions regarding the show and what was best for 60 Minutes and its audience. He stated, "Over the past months, it has become clear that I would not be allowed to run the show as I have always run it, having defended this show and what we stand for from every angle over time with everything I could. I am stepping aside so the show can move forward." Pelley remarked that no one at 60 Minutes is pleased about Owens' departure. But in resigning, Bill proved one thing. He was the right person to lead 60 Minutes all along, he added. "It was hard on him and hard on us, but he did it for us and you." Trump's ongoing conflict with 60 Minutes poses a significant obstacle for the Paramount-Skydance merger. The president is currently embroiled in a lawsuit against the show over an interview they conducted with former Vice President Kamala Harris during her 2024 presidential campaign. Trump filed the lawsuit in October 2024, alleging that CBS News edited one of Harris' answers to improve her chances of winning the White House. While the network initially refused his legal team's demand for an unedited transcript of the interview, they eventually made it public in January, following a request from the Federal Communications Commission. Paramount's legal team has argued that the suit is an affront to the First Amendment and lacks any basis in law or fact, noting that all news shows regularly edit interviews for clarity, context, and airtime, not to alter facts. However, in February, the New York Times reported that Paramount Global's controlling shareholder, Redstone, informed the board of her desire to settle the legal battle with Trump. While Redstone's statement did not explicitly mention the Skydance deal, it underscored that a pending multi-billion-dollar lawsuit from the president made it challenging for Paramount to conduct business. Redstone stands to gain significantly if the merger is completed. Trump has been vocal about his desire to take legal action against 60 Minutes, CBS News, and Paramount. In an April 13 post on Truth Social, he urged his appointed FCC chairman Brendan Carr to impose fines and revoke the network's license over 60 Minutes segments on Greenland and Ukraine. They are not a news show, but a dishonest political operative, simply disguised as news, and must be responsible for what they have done and are doing, Trump wrote. Hopefully, the Federal Communications Commission, FCC, as headed by its highly respected chairman Brendan Carr, will impose the maximum fines and punishment, which is substantial, for their unlawful and illegal behavior. CBS is out of control at levels never seen before, and they should pay a big price for this. When 60 Minutes launched its 55th season in 2022, Owens stated that he and his team had no interest in changing the content of the historic news magazine, even as the media landscape evolves. 60 Minutes is a place where you're not going to get a partisan take on anything, Owens said at the time. "I like to tell the staff we broadcast to the entire country. We're not aiming at anybody, we're aiming at the entire country. San Francisco to Kansas City to Sarasota to Hartford, Connecticut."